Have you ever left a conference call, left a voicemail, spoke up at a meeting, answered questions at a presentation, or delivered a formal message, and left that situation saying, I wish I had said this, or I said too much? See if you nod in here. That struggle to be articulate is universal. And a few years ago, I saw a cartoon that I thought summed it up beautifully. It was a Far Side cartoon. It had Tarzan in the jungle, and Tarzan had just found out that he's going to meet Jane for the first time. So he's nervous. He's a little nervous. So he decides to practice. Now, by the way, he is practicing the way most people practice before a big presentation, in our head. It's a mistake, because we're all very eloquent in our head, as was Tarzan. Here's Tarzan's practice. Okay. Jane, hi, Tarzan. How you doing? I heard you're from London, and actually, I'm from London as well, and I think you'll like it even better here. I mean, no more gray, cold London days, and I'd like to show you around if you're comfortable with that. So he thinks he's ready. He takes a deep breath, he swings from tree limb to tree limb, and what comes out of his mouth when he lands in front of Jane? So close. Me, Tarzan, you, Jane, remember that? Now, the last shot of this cartoon has him banging his head against a tree limb saying, I can't believe what I just said, because he had intended to be a lot more articulate out loud. We tend to see with stance, though, specifically, because people don't move. Women tend to do a lot of ballet stance. We get into these positions like ballet. And lately I've been seeing what I call the Access Hollywood. Back to you, Pat. I'm so worried about looking heavy. Forget being dynamic or having good content. Try to look bad on video. Oh my gosh. And it's very interesting. So women are standing like this. And then it's a really awkward position for a presentation. So don't worry so much about that. Worry about connecting with your audience and worrying about your knowledge of the content. Worry less about how you come across. It's interesting. When we videotape, when we do that a lot, men and women come back with two different reactions typically. Women, most of us go back and are like, I can't believe how fat I look. And the other women are like, no, you don't, it's the camera. Men come in, they're like, oh, dude, I'm losing my hair. And one would think another man would be like, no, it's a fluorescent light. Well, yeah, you've been balding for years. Can you imagine a woman saying that to another woman? I look so fat. You've been gaining weight since your wedding. Because we don't know what to do with our hands, we dry wash. We milk the cow. Never see people milking a cow? There's a lot of that. Play ball, we pray, we do the T-Rex. I've seen a lot of that lately, the T-Rex. And we are so uncomfortable, we just think we shouldn't gesture at all. And that's feedback a lot of people get at some point in their lives. Oh, you look like you're landing clean, so that's bad. And they stop using their hands at all, which isn't good advice. If you have someone who reports to you that you think over gestures, for example, the advice to give them is to hold the gestures. Because really what you're trying to do is to have a conversation, just like we would over a kitchen table tonight, just a heightened one, so that you hold them. And it doesn't look unnatural. It really works in a presentation, but it's not as distracting as what we might do one-on-one. So hold them.